it later. Chancellor.
Chair, for our trustees, just a couple things. I think, Steve, part of the answer to your question, and we can discuss this offline, is moving to the Common Core. We're hopeful that as that gets into place, that some of these issues will be going away if we're effective in the way we train our teachers and the way that teachers then work with students. You know, we're a system of big numbers. And you talk about 3 million graduates. I got my pin on. Do you have yours? When we talk about 467, I think it is now, 1,000 students. When we talk about 50,000 roughly employees. So when we have a report that says 5% or 5,000, sometimes I think the impact of those numbers gets diminished simply because they are numerically small. I want to be clear here that this is huge. It is huge for a whole host of reasons. First off, that it actually works, that it gives then credence for the campuses, and I know at many campuses, including San Bernardino, where they're thinking of enhancing the summer bridge activities because of the sort of data that came out of this work. But it's huge because it allows the campuses to redeploy resources that otherwise may go to these developmental courses early on, to help other students perhaps with their developmental needs, or to turn it into other 4-degree credit or other learning environment accoutrements, if you will. But it also helps, I think, students then get a running start on their time to degree and to their degree, which means that we accelerate theoretically, and we still haven't followed these 5,000 students, but I think it's not a stretch of the imagination to know that these students will get into either graduate school or medical school or law school or the workplace sooner rather than later because they came in successful. Not only is it less work to do, but they had their shoulders back and their heads back and said, you know, I can do this, even though if I came from poverty or from first generation or trying a major that nobody in my family even understands the word. So we're creating really through this the CEOs of self, of community, of family, and really of California's future. So I just don't want the diminished numbers of 5,000 and 5% to get lost on the impact of what this really means, not only in this set of data, but I think as our campus presidents go forward and provosts seeing how this helps ameliorate the issues that students have coming in. Part of our DNA is to educate California. And while we may not be the cause of the problem of needing developmental education, we are in fact responsible to help solve that problem.